so much out of it and increase your athletic performance and become that game-changing, electrifying, show-stopping athlete like never before. Now, the first one, the first two are quick touches. So I want you to have quick ground contact time, so quick touch, make sure that you're in control, and they're just line jumps. So we have 20 from side to side, and the first one is going to be here. Quick, fast, and dynamic. Notice that every time that I hit the ground, my arms are in sync. That's going to allow me to touch and go with efficiency, coordination, great rhythm, and timing. So I'm here, I got 20. Relax. I'm gonna do 20 on the other side. Let's get it, and then I'll show you the next one. So after you finish your lateral, we're gonna go into our forward jumps. Now, when you do these ones, make sure you have the exact same technique. Chest out over the knees and toes, and you're using those arms in coordination and great rhythm with your jumps. So you're forward and back, quick, fast. You see my knee is pulling through in the front side, and you're done 20, and you're gonna switch to the other side. I wanna have very quick, fast, reactive touches. You don't wanna be slow on these. Just like when you're coming in and out of a break and you're gonna change directions or speed up and accelerate, you wanna be fast, put that foot on the gas. Let's go. First two really ramps up our nervous system. Now we're prep, prime, ready for the last two. So now we're gonna hit different angles coming out of the break. So when you see athletes really drive and explode and push out of that break, we wanna now start to work some of those different angles. So this one is a single leg jump, and then you're gonna attack different angles, push, push, right? And what I'm trying to do is attack, shift my body weight very quickly, project back to where I just was, and I want to be very powerful, but very quick. Just like when we did those quick, fast touches, I want to be the same thing, but just a little bit more power, because now we have full foot contact instead of just the ball of our feet. So you're here, we're gonna hit one on that angle, one right beside us, and one slightly back behind us. We do 3, and then we switch to the other side. Let's get after it. So our fourth and final exercise in this speed is our 3-step deceleration breakdown. Now we know it's not how fast you can run, it's how great you can slow down. It's not how high you can jump, it's how great you can land. This is huge. We've done our quick, fast, dynamic work. We've hit our different angles with a full foot contact, be more powerful and explosive, but now we want to work on that deceleration. Now, one thing that I usually see when guys do this is that their arms get dead. So it takes longer to re-accelerate. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna be in the spot, almost like a high knees. You're gonna get your own rhythm, your own timing on this, and then you're gonna take 1, 2, 3, and then decelerate. So you're gonna break down. So what does that mean? Bend your knees, drop your hips, come to balance, and don't get too low, because we don't wanna sink into this. Because in sports, you don't sink all the way down. It's almost like a quarter squat bend. So you break down, boom, get stiff quick, right? Get more onto that midfoot, don't heel strike, because we don't put too much stress through the hamstrings. So we get into that nice decel break, and then we just keep those arms going, boom, boom, and then we come right back up. We don't want to see the arms go like this, what we call briefcase arms, or if we're holding weights and bring us down, it's harder to get back out. And we don't want to beat the drum as we're coming through and break out. So we want to just make sure we're here, break down, and come back up. Break down, come back up. So you can see those arms still help me if I had to re-accelerate. Boom, boom, boom. And we got 3 per side. The reason why I want 3 per side is quality, meaning that I decelerate and then get my body out of it quickly. I don't want to be tired. I don't want to be fatigued. I want to feel like each rep is the same. I attack the angle. I'm aggressive and I'm powerful once I come out of it. Let's go. Woo, man. Incredible. So those first 4 speed exercises to change directions more explosively and more efficiently are gonna help you with now our speed drills. The first one, you only need 2 cones, and it is our figure 8s. Now the reason I love this, because it works on deceleration qualities and then re-acceleration, and now we're gonna be able to put all the pieces together. So we're gonna start on the outside, on the left side of the cone. Now you can do this on either side, to start, doesn't really matter. Now, this is what I need. So we know a straight line is from point A to point B on the cones. We want to stay as tight as humanly possible to there, and then as I start to get to the midline, the middle of the cones, I'm going to slightly shift to the opposite direction. That's where the figure eight's going to happen. Now this is where that three-step breakdown comes into play. So we break down. Now, if I want to get back towards that direction, which I know I'm going to, the first thing that needs to get around is not the feet, is not the hips, is not the shoulders. I have to see where I'm going. So I get my eyes and I snap my head to that cone. What that's going to do is it's going to quickly throw my hips and my shoulders towards that direction in a very tight manner. Because most athletes, where they get this wrong, is they want to get around quick, but their eyes look somewhere else. They look a little bit further off in the distance. So they go that way, and then they have to realign and pull themselves back in. We're losing time and efficiency. So this is where it comes in. Three-step deceleration, that quick, hard break, eyes get around, snap those hips, and then we use those arms to re-accelerate out. It's very fast, because we put the pedal to the metal, we accelerate fast as we can, 0 to 100, and then decelerate as quick as you can. Let me show you how it's done. And that right there, you can see how I drop my hips, bend my knees, come to balance, decelerate, get the eyes around, re-accelerate, rip my arms through, rip that knee through, drive and attack, and get out with a sense of urgency. That's how I become the greatest athlete in the world, baby. Athletic dominance at its finest. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna finish off.
First exercise is called Accelerate into Space, and basically all you need for this exercise are 4 different colored cones. You can see here we've got white, yellow, orange, and red, and then you're going to set up some other cones about 10 meters behind those, also about 10 meters apart. So the first thing that you're going to do if you want to do this drill without a ball is just work on some quick movements. You can work on some quick high knees, some quick shuffling, and those sorts of things. Coordinate the arms with the legs, moving as quickly as possible. Then on the coach's signal or a teammate's signal, they'll call out one of the colors of cones, and you're going to run as quick as possible to the color cone that they call out. This helps you think about those quick reactions, realizing what's around you, realizing what color they call out, and then making that through run as quickly as possible. To incorporate a ball into this drill, it's very, very easy to hone some of your dribbling skills or those sorts of things. Basically just get a ball and you can do some different dribbling and technical skills in the first part, in that first 10 meters, whether it's inside of the foot taps, back and forth, maybe some outside inside or different dribbling things just to get sharp on the ball. Then as soon as you hear that color, play the ball into the coach or teammate and make that through run as quickly as possible. The second drill is very, very similar to the first one because it also deals with those quick reactions, and here you've also got 4 different colored cones. This one's called finishing in a square. You're going to start in the middle of the square, and when you hear the color of the cone called out, you're going to run to that cone just as before and return to the middle of the square. This helps train those quick reactions. Once again, after you do this a couple of times, a coach or teammate can roll the ball out to you, which you have to finish with 1 or 2 touches. Very, very simple, but it trains that quick reaction and finishing on goal. This third and final drill is called sprint past the tagger. Basically, you're going to have a tagger and you're going to set up some cones where the tagger has to stay within that line of cones. If it's a thin line of cones, that makes it easier for the runner because the runner has to run through that side without getting tagged, and the tagger has to stay between in that area. So if it's a wider area, it's going to make it easier for the tagger because they can run a little bit further to chase down that runner. The whole object of the game is for the runner to run up, maybe do some side-to-side jukes or some different movements to try to get around the tagger. Once they get around the tagger, there will be some balls lined up on the top of the penalty area, which they can then try to finish. This works especially well if you have a keeper, and you can also make a little competition out of it to see which player can finish the most balls on goal. And it all starts with getting past the tagger, because if the tagger tags the player, then they don't get to shoot to begin with.